Happy Friday.
It's Friday again.
Yes, just a few days away from Christmas.
And a new year, too.
Yes, and we wanted to kick off our weekend with a special guest, Mr. Adam Hopkins. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we met him a couple of months ago at a charity golf tournament for Kids Foundation, and had a wonderful conversation. And just so you know, Adam is running for sheriff. Before we start our interview with Adam, just wanted to list a couple of accomplishments and just get to know Adam a little bit better. We'll also have his information at the end of this program, at the end of our show, so you can look him up as well. Retired in 2015 from the Washoe County Sheriff's Office, president of Reno Cigar Lions Club, DOJ auditor, certified jail manager. He's been married 36 years, same wife, 3 children, and 10 grandchildren. One brand new, 3 months old. And also training chair. Let's say community chair?
Training committee chair.
Committee chair, can't even read my own writing, for National Alliance on Mental Illness. So welcome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this.
Now, you might be wondering what the correlation is between 2 realtors sitting here, 2 local realtors. We care about our community. And we think that Adam's ideas are fresh, they're new, and they help our community. They help everybody in our community. So we think it's important that we talk to candidates like that. It's a very important part of being a realtor and being responsible for the community that you work in.
Absolutely. That's true. And in our community, as you know, we're starting to see a lot of growth. With the good, there are some of the not so good aspects that we have to address. And I think Adam can give us, Mr. Hopkins, Adam, can give us insight on what he plans to do when he is elected. Give us just some insight and give us a little bit of background. How long have you been in the area?
We moved to the Reno Sparks area in 1988 after I got out of the military, and I started with the Sheriff's Office in 1990. And I spent roughly half of my career on the patrol side of the Sheriff's Office and the other half in the detention side.
Awesome. And so why running? You retired in 2015. You know, most people when they retire, they're looking at a plot of land on the playa somewhere. Why do you want to get back? Why do you want to get back into this?
Well, the reason is not all that simple, but I just felt that there were some things that needed to be worked on, things that needed to change, things that I'm looking at policing nationally and internationally, and seeing that we're going down roads that I don't especially like. And so I had the opportunity, once I had the green light from my wife, which was going to happen or I wasn't going to run, I just decided I would come out of retirement and throw my hat in the ring, if you will, and see what I could accomplish. And I think I'm accomplishing a lot, even as we speak.
Yes. And we had mentioned, in our community, us being realtors, why is it important for us to be aware? And I mean, we had talked about, we just had an election last year on a national level. It's where voting is larger, or you have more turnout.
I think people think that election is more important, but you've got to remember on the local level, you still have to vote every 2 years. It's a responsibility to get out and vote, and I think that's extremely important. When you can either sit and complain about the situation, or you can vote in the off year on local and regional issues, and you can change things in your community.
How do you think that would affect us, selling homes or people coming in and relocating? How does your position, how will that align with ours, do you think?
Well, first off, let me just say that this medium, this ability for you to talk directly to people is awesome. I'm on television a lot, and it's kind of this sterile interview process. So I'm really enjoying being able to actually look into a camera and talk to the people of Washoe County. So let me just say, how does this election and how does the Washoe County Sheriff's Office and policing in general here locally fit into the realty profession? Right now we have roughly 420,000 people in Washoe County by the last census. It may be a little bit more than that. However, trends are showing us that if we continue to grow as we've been growing, that within the next 10 years, our population might very well double. What I can guarantee you is that the Washoe County Sheriff's Office, the building itself, is not going to double in the next 10 years. So, as the sheriff, I have to sit back and say, well, what can we do so that we're providing the quality service that the citizens of Washoe County deserve and expect from us and their tax dollars, while providing a safe, clean, healthy environment for the deputies, for the civilians, and then ultimately for the people that we have to house, the inmates, which, by the way, are your family members, your brothers and sisters and mothers and neighbors. So I would hope that is as important to you as it is to me. So people moving to this area have to understand that by providing this quality law enforcement through the sheriff's office, they can expect neighborhoods that are going to be safer. With some of my ideas, we're going to lower the crime rate, we're going to lower recidivism rates, we're going to have people that are paying taxes because they're now working and not out committing crimes. So that's how I think it really, in a nutshell, relates to the real estate industry here locally.
Yes. So you're talking about getting people that were maybe out of society for certain reasons back into society and contributing to our economy, contributing to the community and the positive aspects. I think there was one thing that you said was reunification of families.
Yes. So law enforcement, what we have done for decades, and we will continue to do. So don't misunderstand. We are still going to take bad guys to jail. People are going to commit crimes, and we are going to arrest them and take them off the streets. And I'm all for that. That is a part of the job. But what I've done, and the way I'm looking at this is I'm kind of reverse engineering this, and saying, well, we need to reduce crime rate, we need to reduce average daily populations, we need to save lives, and we need to save money for our taxpayers. So how do we do that? Well, people are not committing crimes largely for specific reasons. There are people that random crimes occur all the time, but the crime rates that we're talking about are normally attributed to people with drug or alcohol abuse issues or mental health. So if we can intercept them at points in their lives where we can then get them the help that they need so that they're not out committing the crimes to further their habits or to find housing or to feed themselves, then we can lower crime rates, we can lower average daily populations, and we can lower the burden on the taxpayers, but more importantly, we can help save lives. So, and you mentioned unification of families. There are way too many families that are affected by this. If you're a family member of someone that is addicted to alcohol or drugs or mental illness, you know exactly what I'm speaking about. You've sat on your couch or around the dining room table and said, if we'd only had a program that would have helped my son or my daughter or my neighbor, or if they'd have just asked me, I know that you have those answers. The one thing that I know about myself is that I don't know everything, but I know you do. So I need your input, I need your voice, I need you to help me and the community figure out how to deal with these issues so that we can have a much more vibrant community.
Very interesting. It's a lot different take on the same rhetoric that we hear year in and year out in elections. And the breath of fresh air is huge, and we need this in this community to change things. We really
Well, my campaign slogan is forging a new path, because like I think I mentioned this earlier, you can't arrest yourself out of certain problems. It's just impossible. And some people have come to me and said, well, isn't that being soft on these criminals? These people who are out committing crimes. Let me explain that to be an inmate in a jail, especially Washington County Jail, I can tell you a day in the life of that inmate is not all that difficult. Being able to be fed and stay in your room and watch television and whatever it is that they do in the jail, and I can go into that, it's a much longer story, is infinitely less difficult than going through a program to get yourself off of a drug addiction or an alcohol addiction or having mental illness and having to deal with that and becoming a productive person. That is in no way an easy event, an easy process, and so I would say, no, it's much easier just to be arrested and sit in jail and serve your time than to actually work to combat those demons, because those demons are going to need to be combated your entire life, and we can help you start now. We can help you start within the community. We can help you start once you're incarcerated. It's called the sequential intercept model. We intercept people where they're at. We need to meet people where they're at and not wait for them to come to us. That's the proactive part of this.
And boy, I mean, I'm excited. I'm on my first cup of coffee, but I've had such a wonderful conversation. We've had a wonderful conversation.
We sat talking, and Adam wants to make a difference in our community. That's
Check him out. Check out his website. The website is
HopkinsForSheriff.com.
We'll have that information again at the end of this video. But definitely something to think about going in, moving forward into 2018, building this community. This is our community. We love this community, and we'd love to talk with anyone who wants to help make this community safer and more enjoyable for visitors and for residents.
Well, please, I would like people to Facebook friend me. Check on Facebook for my campaign, Hopkins for Sheriff 2018, I believe is what it is. But look it up, you'll find it. And I would love for you to be involved in one of my community action partnerships. I'm starting today, before I'm ever elected, to work on these problems, and I need your help. I need your input. So please message me. We've got one going right now on mental illness, drug abuse, and alcohol abuse. I'll be doing one on domestic violence, one on the LGBTI community. It just is going to go on and on and on, so that we have these things in place and fought through before I'm ever elected.
hitting the ground running.
Hitting the ground running.
Love it.
Thank you so much
Thank you.
for sitting with us, for enjoying a cup of coffee, and we definitely are going to have you back. And anything that you want to say?
The last thing is folks, if you like what you've heard and you go to my website and you believe in what I'm saying and what I'm proposing, and make sure that you look at everybody that's running, because that's how you do your due diligence. Understand that if you want me elected, I also need donations as well. That's part of this process. So please don't ignore that donate button.
All right. Well, we wanted to just send you off with well wishes. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
However you choose to celebrate, just be kind to each other.
That's right. Happy Friday, and have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you before New Year's.
Bye.
Take care, everybody. Thank you.